Hi folks, welcome back to all about the Canon XA40 on YouTube. My name is Daniel Rosehill. On this channel I post videos about various functionalities in the Canon XA40 professional camcorder. Much of it, I should add, also applicable to the other XA camcorders from Canon, the XA45, 50, 55, and Canon have just recently launched the 60, 65, 70 and 75. So there are now quite a lot of variants on the XA on the market, and there's even a few before that I didn't mention. So infrared recording, I have uploaded a video to this YouTube channel showing how the footage turns out. So if you're interested in seeing a random street cat recorded in infrared light, check that out. And this video, I'm just gonna go through what Canon say in the user manual about this feature on page 84 of the documentation for the 40 and the 45. So using the infrared mode, the camcorder becomes more sensitive to infrared light, allowing you to record in dark locations. And it also records in sort of a grayscale. That's an important thing that isn't really mentioned here as far as I could see. You can also use the handle unit's infrared light to keep shooting even in very dark conditions. Also, you can select whether the brighter areas of the picture appear in green or white. Now, by default, it's going to be white. So infrared is available in both auto and manual mode, and I've done a video on this channel where I show this is a hugely important switch on the camcorder. It's located just to the right of the zoom rocker, and that toggles between the two, and whether you're shooting in automatic mode or manual mode makes a big difference as to what you can change. And obviously, or as you'd expect, when you're shooting in manual mode, you can change a lot more. It's much more customizable. So infrared has its own physical switch, like many things on this camcorder, which is really the advantage of them over other things you can shoot with, like a DSLR or mirrorless, as you've got a lot more space for switches. So the infrared thing is this little switch as they show, and it's just located to the immediate left of the two SD card bays here on the left body of the camcorder. So to get into infrared mode, as you would expect, you just slide the infrared switch out of off and down to on, and then you can slide it back. So it's very, very easy to get into this mode. Now to change the color of highlights in the infrared picture, menu, camera, tab 5, camera setup, and then infrared recording color. So again, click menu, select firstly this screen in the top level screens, this icon, the camera icon, jump over to tab 5 within the video settings thing, camera setup, and then there's going to be a menu option for infrared record color. And as I said, by default it's white. The highlights come up in white, but if you want them to come up in green, you can change that to green. Now let's just dive into the notes a little bit so we can see anything important here. While infrared mode is activated, the following apply. The aperture remains fully open and the ND filter remains retracted. Additionally, the camera switches to automatic shutter speed and gain. Exposure adjustment, AGC limit, backlight correction, and face detection and tracking are deactivated. The camcorder switches to autofocus initially, but you can change the focus mode to manual focus. The focusing distance display is grayed out. The white balance switches to a setting for infrared mode, so you can customize it, and as I say, it's pretty much a grayscale, and the shooting mode and lux cannot be set, so you end up with this kind of just grayscale infrared nighttime shooting. I mean, what is this useful for? It's kind of useful if you're shooting stuff at nighttime, as it says, but specifically maybe nature footage of people. The eyes will show up in white and they'll look quite interesting. So if you're using this for wildlife documentary work or wildlife photography, and you want to capture some cool stuff at nighttime, this can be a nice little feature to play around with. I hope that was useful. Infrared recording on the XA40. Thanks for watching. If you want to get more videos about all facets of operation of this useful camcorder from Canon, do please consider clicking the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.